We have a winner. We have a winner. Only 2 days left to get your videos in. We ran it till the weekend. Okay, here we go. Beautiful delivery. Making too much of it. But the dog's turning its head. Take it off the dog. Don't make too much of it, but well done. The quality of this video wasn't brilliant, but dog's going out nice drive to go out there. And it's great to see that people are putting these drills or training tips together. And that was a lovely delivery back in. The dog's focused on the owner. Absolutely lovely. The dog's marking it. And the dog didn't go till told. That was great. Straight out. Stop when he told him. I'd like to see the backside down a little bit better than that. But hey, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to give you a bit of advice, guys. I wish the quality was better of the video. If people send me this sort of quality video, really sometimes it's a little bit sort of off-putting. You don't see everything, but beautiful delivery. Love the friendliness there, and that little dog wants to please, and that's really important. That little dog wants to please. That there was inconsistent because you didn't make the dog park its backside. You just threw it out and you left the dog there in that position. You created that, in my opinion. Yes, the dog's responding. Beautiful. Look at that dog go, look. Right. Was slightly hesitant there, look, but went over the racket. It was slightly like, oh, I'll go out there. So it wasn't as keen, that bit there, as I'd like to have seen. But yes, the dog's done it well. You've got a nice little dog there coming on lovely. You should be proud of yourself. Well done. It's really important. I give encouragement and I give praise when praise is due. So here we have a dog that's been struggling like crazy to give the delivery and retrieve as well, and give a nice clean delivery without spitting it out long way before. And so this is a video that is good video. It's quite simple, but it's using the placeboard at the right time. See him tapping the placeboard? Look at that delivery. Beautiful. And that's been tidied up with a dog that's 3 years old, so you should be proud of yourself there, Sean. Well done. And it just shows, look, and now he's moving around, look, and the dog's following him, look, he's following him. She's making the choice, look, and he's giving the praise. It's all about praise as well. So there's discipline been used to get that dog to do that. So here's another video. Love the pace of this little dog. Love the pace. Comes back up, not as quite as fast as it goes out, but guess what? It's a chunky little dog compared to a racing machine. But look at that lovely contact between the owner and the dog. That is so important. I really like the fact that these dogs wanting to do this, and this is the nice thing about these videos. And I say everyone's a winner. There was a little bit of hesitance there. A dog didn't go, so that's why he moved himself forward. I can see why he had to move himself forward, because the dog was slightly hesitant. Drop the retrieve when told. Well, not everyone can do that, but it's one of them things that we used to have to train dogs in competition. Look at that there. Then the dog went out with a drive, and then the dog went, yes, I love it. I love the retrieve. But the recall is a little bit ploddy compared. That's all, but absolutely lovely and clean, precise movements. And I can see a vast improvement in these dogs that have come to me, with people who have come to me and then worked on them. And it's lovely to see. Or people who are working on, sent me videos and said, Chris, what do you think about this? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? The dog is not going to move there until told. He's telling him what to do. Look, leave that one, fetch that one. It was nice to see. The dog said, yep, okay, I'll do that. And that little dog there will make a lovely little dog in the shooting field. And these are the practice that you've got to do to get these dogs to listen to you and want to play the game. And then from here you can go on and put them under temptation. But if you haven't got the control like this, then you can't kick them out in the field under temptation, because the drive goes up even more when they get on the real thing. So this was lovely demonstration of I've got control over my dog. Look at the wag of the dog's tail. The dog isn't pressurized. The dog wants to play the game, and the dog's focused. Look, focused on it all the time. My only advice is don't overdo it, guys, just because you're stuck inside. But yes, you can tap into this gameplay, and it just shows, doesn't it, in the back garden or somewhere. You don't need a big patch to do this sort of stuff. But this is wonderful. This is wonderful. I've not put this all up on YouTube. I did put one of the videos up because I had to download it to put it back up for everyone to see while I do the voiceover. But if you want me to, I'll put them up on YouTube for you, for you can all view them on YouTube if you want, or show your friends who are not on Patreon. This was nice decisive leap into the water, up the bank the other side, no problem at all. Look, wagging its tail, working it out, and then coming back. Is it the paciest dog I've ever seen? No, not by a long way. But is it doing a job, and the owners enjoying themselves and the dogs enjoying themselves? Of course they are. And that's what it's about. It's not all about competition dogs. It's about your little working companion, your little pet working companion. Sometimes people want them to work. Sometimes people just want them as a competition dog. But at the end of the day, I like all dogs. This dog, look at that. Beautiful jump into there. Look, it looks like the canal. I may be wrong, but it looks like a canal the dog's gone into. And he can't get out the other side very easy, look. But this side he can get up the bank when he comes back across. And so that's quite nice. It's nice and it's just showing the dog's doing something. And this is what's important. The dog wants to play the game. And I keep saying to you, it's about wanting to play the game. Okay, so here we have Dave with his dog, and his dog is a beautiful hunting dog, really, really nice hunting dog. You might have seen videos of this dog. He is really nice at hunting, and he wants to please, and yet he's a little bugger, this dog, for bringing the retriever in and messing around, as you can see. So Dave is starting with the placeboard, look, and Dave's timing is out slightly, and he's got to calm the dog down a bit. There you go. You've got to calm the dog down. He doesn't need to be stroking it like that too much. He needs to calm it down. But it's good to see these videos because it gives me a little bit more insight into where your problems are a little bit. So there he comes. He's stroking him. He doesn't need to stroke him too much. He's making too much of it. The dog is so focused on the retrieve. The dog is obsessed with the retrieve, but he's not obsessed with bringing it back. Look, watch the dog. Look, tap, tap, tap. Look, pulls away, because that's dominance in the dog. Look at the high tail action of the dog. Look at that high tail action. The dog, he's stroking him. He's showing too much affection rather than a little bit more discipline at this point. It's a little bit more guidance and discipline. Yes, I did say make it fun, but this dog, look, tail in the air, and the dog is being slightly dominant towards him. But a great video, and thanks for sending it in, Dave, because it shows other people. Look, and this is the videos that we can help each other with. This is one of those videos where the dog is just being a little bugger. But Dave shouldn't be stroking him for doing that, because he's reinforcing the behaviour, if you know what I mean. He's more or less saying, well done, son, keep doing that. You don't want that. You want to use a little bit of discipline at this point. I didn't particularly want you to send me videos of you showing me discipline with your dog and putting it up for everyone to see, because I've talked to you about that. But what I'm doing is I'm showing you how we can critique these videos by watching them. So here we go. This little dog, little cocker, look. Nice pace. Now this belongs to a young girl, I think. Well, she looks like a young girl. And this was, I think, was a scene retrieve. That what she's done, she's put it over in the other field. The dog's raced out there, raced back, and that is keen. That dog is keen, and I thought this was a very, very good video. A very good video with the pace of the dog, the way the dog went out and the way the dog came back. You should be really proud of that. And that delivery, sitting it there and not taking it off the dog straight away, was very, very good. So that's really good. It's one of those videos I thought should have made the top 5. And you sent me 2 videos, and I thought your dog is of a good standard. I'm not going to say which order they're in the top 5. This one here, I don't really understand it, to be honest with you. It doesn't do nothing for me. I'm not going to say who it is, and at the end of the day, it's not the sort of thing that I would be doing with my dogs. It's just too artificial for me. But hey, everyone to their own, and I thank you for sending your video in. And at the end of the day, is this really needed to this point? You'll have to explain to me some more of your ways of thinking, because at the end of the day, or let explain to other people. Notice the dog's tail as well. High tail action, dog wandering around, then coming back in. Dog jumping up a little bit, look. At the end of the day, there was a number of things in this video that I thought to myself, why is this dog doing this? Why are you really needing to show me this video? But it was nice for you to send it in. But I can see what the dog's doing, and I can see the game you're playing, but I can't see the point of it really. Is this for quartering? Is this for teaching the dog to quarter in front of you, go where you want it to go, cast it across? It doesn't make much. It's just too artificial for me. I'm just being honest with you. It's not the sort of thing that I'd do. I've seen it before. I've seen it done before. There's your steadiness. That's great. but at the end of the day, it's too artificial. And the dog lifts itself up and then puts itself back down, wagging its tail. That's not I've told you to send me the videos, and I'll critique them, and I'm trying to be as honest as I can. But I can see what you're trying to do, but it's not something I do. I think it's just too perhaps regimental for what I would want. Now this dog here, I think we've got 2 videos of this dog as well, and I wonder if your neighbours were very happy. It seems like it looks like the sun is coming up, not going down. It may be going down. It might not be a problem, but if it was early in the morning, perhaps your neighbours might not be liking that whistle. But hey, I love the keenness of the dog, but the backside's got to be down. But these are not the easiest dogs to train. They are not one of the easiest dogs to train. And at the end of the day, well done to you. Well done to you. And the dog wants to play the game. You can see the dog wants to play the game. But they're not the easiest dogs to train. But you just got to nurture them. Look, you've got to nurture them and there you go. And so I like the gentleness that you're doing it with the dog. And you're accepting the dog for what it is. And it's great that you've got this dog wanting to go out there and pick it. See the dog looking back? Look, someone's at the top there. You can see the dog looking back. They get very distracted, these dogs. Very, very distracted. They're not the easiest dogs to train, trust me. They're lovely, lovely house pets. They're lovely working dogs in the right environment, but they're not as easy as a Springer Spaniel or a Cocker Spaniel or definitely a Labrador. There you go, look. So Parker's backside when told, and it was listening and obeying the commands when told, so well done. And this is what it's about. It's not about everybody being perfect. It's about you going out there and that dog having fun. And how many of you using rackets? And I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic, and it creates that dog to want to play that game. Look at that lovely gesture with man and dog there, look. And that's what it's about. It's not about suppressed dogs. I don't want to see dogs suppressed. I want to see dogs happy. Okay, so this is the boy. This is the boy. And I've seen Chris once when I did the training seminar going around up to Scotland and back, and Chris came out with me for an hour with a lesson and turned up at Alan Chadwick's for the first time with his dog, and I could see potential with Chris straight away, and I could see potential with the dog straight away. And there was things not right, and there's things still not right in the hunting, as Chris is honest enough to say, but this is perfection. This is pacey. This dog's got drive. It wants to please. Their delivery is good. He's not worried about it jumping up there like that slightly because he's not destroying it. He's stroking the dog. The dog wants to play the game. The dog actually wants to play the game. And so he sent in 2 videos. He's explaining to us here what he's done. And this was fantastic. I think it was a good learning curve for all of you. And you were right. Most of you picked out the winning video. And this is the winning video of the competition. So well done, Chris. I have a prize coming your way. I haven't decided what prize I'm going to give you yet. I keep looking and thinking, what should we do? What should we do? But there will be a prize coming your way, Chris. You have won the competition. And I think it was fantastic. I'd like to talk to you about your dog. And if you are available, we'll do a sit down and we'll explain. Because look at the drive and the focus on that dog. Brilliant place to do it. Look, like when it skids, you see the dust, don't you? But look at the pace coming back. That is exactly what you get if you don't suppress the drive of these dogs. This dog could go all the way if he gets the hunting right. Look at the directional he's got. This is something special. Something special. And like I say to you, with cockers, sometimes I see, say, 10 cockers. 2 cockers are exceptional. 5 cockers are okay, and the rest of them are a nightmare. But trust me, there's some bloody good cockers out there at the moment, and people are really having fun with them, and they got that little character, that little cheeky character. This dog is something special, but the handler is doing everything right. The calmness, the movement. Did he need to put his hand out there at that point? Not really, because it was a seam retrieve, but we make slight mistakes. But that dog stopped on a 6pence. He then directed it to another one, and that is good basic training, moving on to advanced training. So there you go. So that's how to do it, and I thought that was an absolute fantastic demonstration, and whoever was videoing it has got it spot on because they're following the dog. Whoever videoed that, you should be proud of yourselves because you've helped him out a lot there. Now this dog, I like the fact of this dog. This dog, I spoke to the owner and asked if it was wearing an e-collar, and they said it's wearing a dummy e-collar under that bandana. I know every trick under the book, in the book, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And they've trusted the dog out there, and they've let the dog get out there, and the dog's hunting for it. And then a jogger comes past, and at the end of the day, I can't really see what the dog's doing now. It's got its head down out there, and the video is slightly over the place, all over the place. But it's great for you to send this in for everyone to see, because not everybody wants to see Springer Spaniels. And I think that the pointers and setters are a harder dog to train, especially the leggy dogs. Any leggy dog has got a tendency to lift its head and want to pull onto everything. So it's how you train them and what you want them for. I'd like to see a little bit more eye contact here from you to the dog to you to say, here's the dummy, let's play the game. It's looking around a lot. But thanks for sending it in, and well done. Love the look of your dog. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dog. And this is what it's about. It's about sharing your experiences and being totally honest about it. These are not the easiest dogs to train. Here we go, look at the pace of this. This is the policeman across the pond who sent this in to me, and I was over the moon with. I stuck this one in for him. I don't know if he was working, but I stuck this one in because it was a short video, and everything was perfection in that video. Straight out, straight back. Such a short video. So here we go again. I think this is the same dog. I think this is the same dog as up the track. I may be wrong, but I thought it was the same dog. But the drive here is better. If it's a different dog, I apologize. But the drive here seems to be better with the dog once it gets out into this environment compared to up the housing estate. So I think it's the same dog. I may be wrong, but look at that dog's keenness. Look, see the dog wanting to go before. Look at that. You got your timing. I love to see them open up. When they open up with their big long legs, they can cover some ground. Whereas a cocker wouldn't be out there yet, but they cover so much ground and getting back and forward. And this is what it's about, everyone. It's about getting out there and having fun with your dog. And if that dog loves playing the game, he'll be with you. Look at the dog looking at him to want to say, come on, let's play that game. Not one of these dogs have drifted off going, oh, I can't be bothered. I don't want to listen to you. Off we go. And so I think what this video lacked, it was a little bit one-sided, doing the same sort of thing all the time rather than adding other things to it. But it's showing gameplay. It's showing the dog is enjoying it. And that's what it's about, isn't it? That's what it's about. It's about having fun with your dog and the dog having fun doing what it's doing. And if the training is fun, the training happens quicker and better. You get a happier dog. This is a happy dog bringing this back. Look. Okay, he dropped it. Not a problem. Look, not a problem. It's not the sharpest tool in the toolbox, but they never are. They never are. Trust me. But look at that drive. Look at that dog, the way the dog wanted to go out there. That was lovely. That was the best part, I thought. That there was absolutely lovely. The dog went out there with pace and wanted to say, right, no problem. I'm having that for you, Dad. And the retriever's back in. And you got the racket behind his back. That was good. I see so many people swinging the racket. Either drop the racket or put it behind your back. So here we have a Spaniel. A Springer Spaniel. And there was a lot of waiting there before we even did anything, if you think about it. So it's like a lot of sitting around at this point. But he was loving his dog. He was talking to his dog. And I was chuffed the way he was talking to his dog. No problem at all. But at the end of the day, he's sitting his dog there. It was a nice bond between man and dog, and that's what it's about. It's about the nice bond between man and dog. Look, but to voice over and talk about what's happening at the moment, it's a bit of hard work in it, really. But at the end of the day, thanks for sending it in. And the dog wants to play. Look, the dog was giving eye contact there, and when you pushed him back, he went back lovely. But you didn't do yourself any favors by sitting him there and waiting all that time, rather than showing me the quality of your dog work, because he went out there lovely. Look, he went out there, and like you said in the thing, he wants to be a Labrador. He thinks he's a Labrador. I laughed at that, but that's great because you've got to have a sense of humor as well. But yes, he went out absolutely lovely for that. And like you say, you can overtrain, and sometimes you can turn them into Labradors. And this is your second video he sent. I wasn't holding back on any of the videos. Unfortunately, not all the videos would load because I asked you to send them to me in Messenger. The other thing you can send me videos in is WhatsApp if you are on there, because you can send them in there for free and you can download bigger files. When I critique a video, I don't want to make myself dizzy. This guy's got some garden, hasn't he? And he got a lovely sized garden here. I think this is in Ireland, isn't it? But what I liked about this dog here is the low action of the dog. This is what I really liked. This bit here where I start to see the dog, the low action of the dog hunting, and then this dog's got some go in it. I'm telling you, tap into the right areas with this dog, and this dog will be phenomenal, as in a hunting machine, a real hunting machine. It's got that lovely, sleek, low action, and it's not showing itself off as good here as it does in the second when you get a bit further on. But you can see that action of that dog. That is quality in itself. And that tail action, look at that tail action, low, and it's head down, tail down, and there's a slight arch in the back. That is what we call a good dog. Look at that. This is getting better now. Look, it's getting keener. Look, but you're hunting around your garden. The dog's working it out. Look, but look, the dog wants to play the game. The dog's enjoying itself. And look at that for a driveway, for actually teaching it. Look at this, look, going around there. Look at that for a driveway, for doing straight lines. Look, you're laughing for teaching the dog straight lines down that lane there, like that. What a lovely, lovely big house you've got. Lovely big garden you've got. Absolutely lovely. And backs onto fields as well. And this dog, you can see, this is where you start to see him on head down. See the dog on, and head down, and off you go. Look at this. It's a lot better. And I like this action of this dog. This dog was really, really nice. It's not been suppressed. Okay, Labrador. This is the long retriever. Yeah, I like this. This was a lovely. The dog picked up its pace and went out there with desire and drive, and I love that. And it went out and it cleared that lovely. And there was very little handling, but the handling was good when it was used. But the dog went straight out, worked it out, picked it, and was coming back as fast as it went out. Look at the pace it's going back out. That's a good distance. That's a good distance, and you should be proud of that. That's good quality work, whether it's a scene or whether it's a blind. But at the end of the day, that is good quality. The dog is racing out, racing back. You've got the other dog sitting there. Good on you. That is good quality dog work. You can't knock that at all. Would you expect a spaniel to do it that as good? No. That's where these guys come into their own. They are good at this. But look at this. Head down a little bit. I would like to see the backside down a little bit better, but lovely, absolutely lovely. It was great to watch, really great to watch. It was one of them videos that was very, very close to being in the top 5. I like this dog as well. This dog looks a nice temperament of a dog. Look at that. Look at the drive of that dog going across there. Beautiful. That dog was doing it as good as Scotty. Everyone saw me train Scotty. That dog that dog there has done that as good as I could train Scotty, because of the temperament of the dog. But that was lovely, lovely and clean, and that dog's enjoying itself as well. You can see it. This guy can train a dog and has got an idea what he's doing. You can tell straight away. This is quality work. And like I say, this here was, I think, was one in the coming very, very close, if not in the top 5. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want people. I've given the winner, and at the end of the day, there were a number of videos that were very, very good. So that was the first one I think we sent. Then there's part 3, and then there's part 2. I'm just going through them as I put them up in 3 lots, and then there was a couple of videos I managed to put up that wouldn't came in. So this one's hunting in the woods. I think this is Chris. I think the dog's better than last time. The dog's head's down nice. The dog's head's down, but I'd like to see the dog a little flowing a little bit better than this. But it's very difficult when you're not there and you don't know what the ground's like, whether it's just dead ground or whether there's a game there. But there's nothing wrong with this, and the retrieve was really good, and the dog's coming across him well, hunting across him very well. But the dogs tend to be doing it for itself a little bit more than perhaps I'd want the dog doing it for the owner a bit more than this. But better than before when we went out. Definitely better. Definitely better. If I've got the right person, I think I have. The retrieve was great temptation. You stopped the dog well. The dog parked its backside. Unfortunately, he took the eye off the dog there, but there the dog went back out with drive, picked it, and that was a hell of a temptation. You threw that very close to the dog, so that's really good temptation. Well done, that's good. And the delivery is very good as well. And look at that, I go. See how you leant down? You leant down too quick, and what you did, you just frightened the dog slightly. Just go down a little bit more gentle and praise the dog when you put your hand on across the dog. Now this is a lovely waggy dog. This is a lovely, lovely waggy dog. What I like to do is I like you to watch the tail. Watch the tail of the dog. The dog is driven. He wants to do it. Look, watch. Right, so he's driven, isn't he? Look at the drive he's got. Look at the drive he got. But then you've lost a little bit of the control because I know exactly why you're moving to the edge. It's a good idea if you've got a dog not coming straight into you. But look at his tail. High action tail. And it was messing around with the retriever, look, saying, it's mine. What are you going to do about it? Turning his head away. It's mine. So there's a little bit of dominance in that dog. That needs to be taken down a little bit. And you take that down by showing a little bit more discipline in your training. But what a happy dog. What a happy dog. Look at the tail action on him. He is such a happy dog. That dog loves that owner. But the dog is slightly taking over. You can see it. But I love slightly naughty dogs. It means you've not suppressed them to the point that they've dried them up. This dog loves it, look. He loves it. And I can see the owner loves it as well. But look how he tucks himself back in there again. See what the dog did? See what he's done? He's doing his own thing. Look, he's coming back at his own pace. He's got a high head tail action, and it's slightly dominant. Look, slightly dominant. But it's great to watch. It's great to watch, and it's great video footage to help other people with. So thank you so much for sending that in. But look at him. He's focused. He wants to do it. Now, this is my mate, Andy from Jersey. This did make the top 5. Not because he's my mate from Jersey, because I've seen him struggle like crazy when he's been here in the past sometimes with his dogs, and I've given him so much shit. And do you know what I mean? We can, when you've got mates, when they're mates, you can treat them slightly different than you treat clients. But this was really nice. This was control, and this is quality. This is quality when you can take 3 dogs out and handle all 3 dogs with this control. Because this isn't easy, because this is a track there. The dog's got to run past each other, and that dog went past him and left the other dog there, and the other dog sat there beautiful and just waited. And this takes some doing, and this is polish. This is quality. So well done to you, Andy. I'm really over the moon for you, mate. There's 3 dogs there, look, and they loved it. So here we have Danny Boy. Danny Boy needs to learn where to put himself. He could have put himself closer to the dog, couldn't he? But he's off camera, so he's really messed this up, hasn't he, for showing off a video. But didn't the dog go out well? Look at the focus. Look at the dog mark it. Everything about it. Watch the drive. Look at the drive. Look at the straight line. But he could have made this video so much better if he positioned the camera in the right place. Because we wanted you to see the whole picture, not part of the picture. And it's not easy. You know, some of my videos are out sync because I'm not concentrating on the video. Look, so now does the dog go around him and mess around, or does she bring it in nice and clean? But she's focused, she's driven. I love this little bit. She's lovely. Oh, I love Kerry. I love that ginger hair. And you know what? She came down to me with a little dog that was a little bugger, and the little dog was playing her up, and she was struggling. But you know what? It's nice to see that she's getting somewhere with this little dog. And look at the drive. She's not destroyed the drive. The dog's loving it. And thanks so much for sending this in, Kerry. You made my day. It's a shame he didn't win, because I would have sent you an Easter egg. Well, I might have even delivered the Easter egg. But she's a lovely, lovely lady. A lovely lady. And she's got a sense of humour that made me smile when she came down training. She was a breath of fresh air. She's lovely. But you can see the bond between her and her little dog, look. And you can see that they're enjoying it, and she's improved without fail. She's not destroyed that drive. Look, that drive is beautiful, and she mixes it up a little bit. It's a little bit monotonous at one point, but then she starts to mix it up. But there's one thing that she would have won an award for, is the way she stands towards the end of this video. I don't know how she positions her legs and throws the dummy like that. I'd fall flat on my arse. And I just thought there you go. It intrigued me that how she stands there like that. Look, 1 foot at the back. I wonder if she was into ballet. I wonder if she did ballet. But lovely, absolutely lovely. She should be proud of herself. I say well done to you. You've stuck with that dog, and you've concentrated and worked and worked and worked. And you can see that dog in you have got such a bond. That dog enjoying playing that game. Look at that little bit of cockiness in that cocker then. Look at it. Look. I love it. I love that little bit of naughtiness. They've got that streak in them. You know, they're all different. I mean, my Rafa's completely different again, but this little dog's a lovely little dog. Wants to play the game. You can see there's a bond between the two of them. Look, now she's telling the dog to stay. Lovely. It was all done nice and calm. It's just that foot action of Carrie that makes me wonder what's going on. Perhaps she's into yoga. Perhaps she's into yoga. Perhaps she could tell me, look, but perhaps she's doing kung fu. Look, lovely. Now this I was very, very impressed with. I thought this was lovely. I would say this was going to be in one of the top 5 videos. Why? Because I think he was so calm with the dog. Absolutely lovely and calm. He practiced, he asked the dog to leave it. Just as the dog was putting his mouth over it, the dog left it, broke away, turned back, sat there and watched. Broke away from it, didn't go to pick it, came back. Not the paciest dog in the world, but not worried about that. He's got the control. Look how calm he is with the dog. And now he positions the dog with the movement. Look, it's all to do with movement. I'd say well done to you for this. It was keeping it simple. Watch. He turns him round. Right. I would have parked the backside myself, but that's down to each individual. But guess what? I think this was really calm, really keeping it simple. And sometimes the simple things with dog training is the easiest. You get more success with keeping it simple. See, at this point now, I'd have sat the dog. There you go. That's better. So he sits the dog. I know it's not a long, difficult retrieve, but look, his hand goes out. The dog doesn't go till told. So he was able to put his hand out, and most dogs would want to move forward with that. But that dog has learnt. And there's your temptation, look, and he's still coming back in with it. He looked for it. He said, I know where it is. I know where it is. The dog sat. He's brought him back in. Sat there. Look, he brought him back in beautiful with just the movement of his hand. Now he's going out there and picking it. And look how calm he is. Look how calm he is, everybody. Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool Dude. I think well done to you for this video. I was really impressed with this. Look how he's not even looking back at the dog. That's the confidence the owner's got. I always say keep your eye on your dog, but look at this, look. Look how he's laid back. He comes back into the dog. He brings the dog into position, sits the dog, puts his hand out. I know it's a seam retrieve, but he's teaching the dog to go when he's told with the directional. So, you know, you can contradict yourself slightly when you say, hang on, it was a seam retrieve. You didn't need to line the dog up. With Labradors, you do that more if you're going to, especially if you want to run them in competition, because you're teaching them to go on that movement. Now, this one was one of them videos that everyone should learn by. This would drive me mental. And I'm not being nasty. This would drive me mental. A dog barking like this. This would be my biggest bane. I can cope with an untrained dog. I can cope with a naughty dog. But barking dogs like this would drive me bloody mental. Look at the high tail. Look at the high tail. This dog is triggered. This dog is wound up. And the movement and everything, look, and the owner's flustering, look, and I'm not being funny, I'm being honest. You've got some work to do with this boy. You've got some work, and whether you'd ever get this dog 100% right, I don't know. But hey, some people aren't worried about the noise. Me personally, the movements is too sharp, and it's just winding the dog up. Remember what I said about the video before. Calm it all down. Calm it all down. Slow it down, because this dog's just so wound up. Absolutely wound up. He'd find birds for you, no problem at all, but you'd probably be chasing them. This dog is driven. He's driven all right. There you go. See, it's like crazy 5 minutes or crazy 3 minutes, whatever the video was. But that's not. Thanks for sending it in, because it's great for everyone to see. You've got some control, but you've got your dog wound up like a coil. You've wound him up, and that noise would drive me mental. It's as simple as that. See the movement? There you go. Look, see the tail action? That was nice. He stopped sharp. I can see what you're doing. You have got control over him, but the verbal would just drive me mental. Simple as that. And the quality of your video is terrible. It was so bad to look at, and I don't know why, because I downloaded it. I don't know why video turns up like that. Now, I'm guessing this is out in the States. I'm guessing this is across the pond. I may be wrong, but I was guessing it was across the pond by looking at the trucks, the vehicles in the background. I've had that many videos and I've dealt with that many people. I can't remember the names of everybody on here. I'll have to apologise for that. But at the end of the day, I'm not rubbishing any of these videos. What I'm saying is I'm trying to give you a fair appraisal of these videos. There's some good control work in this dog. It's just a shame he's got the noise. It's simple as that. There's some good control work, but if you wound him up a little bit too much, you need to calm him down a bit. Calm him down. So he's dropping the bumper or dummy. I said bumper because if it's of American, they'll understand what I'm on about. But he's dropping the dummy. At the end of the day, if you're having to force these dogs to retrieve, why is he dropping the dummy? That's the point. See, everything's just snatching it off him. You're grabbing it off him. You're trying to reach down. Look, this is constructive criticism. This is not negative criticism. This is not to rubbish you. This is to try and help you a little bit. And that's what everyone's on here for. They're on here to learn. But we've had some wonderful comments from everyone, and that's what's important. Those comments are important because people have said, thanks for sending them. And I mean everybody who sent a video in, I take my hat off to you because you put your head above the parapet for other people to criticize. And no one's criticized any of those videos, and I thank people for that. I've given constructive criticism, not because I want to upset anybody. Okay, I think this was a repeat, this one, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it may be a second video she sent in. Let me have a look. I like this dog. I love the focus. Look at that focus that dog's got. But that's a scene. That dog knows that's over there. That dog knew that was over there. So it had to be a scene retrieve. Look, that wasn't no blind retrieve. But she didn't say it wasn't. And so well done. But I love the drive. I love the desire of this dog. And I think the reason this one's been put up again is because she then sent me the second video, and I've tried to link them together to show you the dog, because I think she does a left and a right, if I'm right, up a hedge, if I'm right. But I love the corner. There you go. This is the girl. I like this video. This was great. This is the one that I liked. I liked the way she was handling the dog. I liked the precise movement. The movement was beautiful. The direction of the handler was great. Now, did she mean to throw the other one in the bank, into the cover, or did she mean to throw it into the open? But watch. I'd like to see that lead away. It dangles in front of you. When you bend down, it smacks the dog in the head. Sometimes it can put some dogs off. That dog doesn't seem to be bothered. But then the dog's having to hunt the hedge a little bit and find it on the hedge. The dog's using its nose, working it out. So, well done. Dog got it. And back to you, and the delivery was lovely as well. Look at that lovely delivery, straight in there, and I say well done. And then you see the touch, that was great. I love that. Right, this video, working a bit of cover. Like I said, I've been dealing with that many people, that many videos, that many talks, that many chats. My head is screwed at the moment, so I can't remember everything I watched, but I sat and watched everybody's video right through when you sent them to me. And like I say, there's probably another 3 or 4 videos that got sent to me, but we couldn't open them because you were trying to send them in all sorts of formats. And I said to you, you can either send them in Messenger, email, and I've now said WhatsApp, because some people have been sending them in WhatsApp. That way we can actually view them. So if you've got any nice video clips of your dogs, or you want me to critique them, if I can watch your dog, I can give you a better idea of how to get things right. This dog's head's down, quite nice. He's wanting to hunt. It's not the paciest dog in the world, but guess what? It's with him. It's with him. It wants to be with him. Look, got the retrieve, brought it in. I love the way he dropped down to the floor to encourage that dog. Love the eye contact. This was the funny one. And I thought this was funny as well. This was fantastic comedy. This dog is an old stamp of head on him. Look, he's just focused on the game. It's doing it in your little garden. It's lovely to see. And this is the one where you threw the dummy and it went over neighbour's fence. And I love the fact the dog, look at that, and it said no dog to the dog, don't go till I tell you. Looks back for the command, goes out there. Look how focused he is, even playing that game in the garden, and that's lovely, isn't it? See the tail again, look, with him slightly up, but there's nothing wrong with that. This is slightly, the bond between the owner and the dog is great. The dog loves to play the game, you can see it. The dog's focused, he's asking for the command. I love the eye contact, and it was nice to see. I'd just like to see that tail down slightly down a little bit more. But I bet this dog's tail goes down when it's hunting. But look at the focus. He's jumping up. He's just slightly dominant, but guess what? He's got a nature on him that's lovely. Look, and you can see that there's a bond there between the two of them. Look at that. He's like, come on, give me some more, give me some more. The timing was slightly out there. He was off before he should have been, perhaps. But guess what? I think this is lovely to watch. And then when she throws it over I think you should have mixed it up a little bit. You should have perhaps sent him and tried to stop him. Um, but lovely, lovely looking dog. I love that markings. That's competition markings, if anything you want, because at the end of the day, it's got that lovely liver head, lovely, lovely dappled body look, and yet that just ring round the tail. But it doesn't look like to me like he's had his tail docked. It looks like he's got a long tail still. I think we take him off a little bit, and so you see that flag, that high flag, and it doesn't look so. Look, see the high flag when he's hunting. The high flag, look, when the tail's up in the air like that. So look at it. Look, it's like a propeller. Look, see it? I think it's because he's got such a long tail. And if they'd taken that back and taken some of that off there, if he wasn't going to be a hunting dog, he'd not damage it so much. He'd damage that crazy if he smacked cover. And I think that dog would smack cover no problem at all if you taught him. I think he'd absolutely love it. But look, see the slight dominance there, but not a problem. It's not. He wants to play the game. Absolutely wants to play the game. And then the one that goes over the one that goes. Is this the one that goes over the fence? It was funny, and it was funny what they said as well. That's the one. Yeah. There you go. The dog's going, I'm not fetching that bugger. You can see his little face. How the frig am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that now? It was so funny. It was so funny. So well done. Thanks for sending that in. That made us laugh that day. That was really good fun. And we've all got different situations with our dogs. We've all got different situations. And especially with the lockdown, some people can go. I mean, look at the field out the back there. If you can go in there, you're laughing. Now, this guy's got a hell of a garden, hasn't he? This guy's got a hell of a garden. I think it's the local park with that bit in the background. But nice to see. I like this because he had his other dog sitting there. His dog was keen. A lovely, lovely bit of backdrop there. Look, to actually train the dog in this part. Look, a nice quiet area. He was tucked himself away nicely. And his other dog sat there beautiful. The other dog sat there absolutely beautiful. His timing was good. Watch, 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 watch. See how he put his hand up just as he moved backwards because he wanted to say to the dog, it's not having it at the moment. Everything was done nicely there. Brought himself back in. Watched the dog. Didn't need to use his hand, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's extra polish. He's asked it to leave it, then come back, and now you can have it. And the dog went out with drive and desire. So it was really nice. It was nice. And he was doing it with more temptation because you got another dog in the background. And that was nice to see. The delivery was clean. The dog is happy. Look at that little dog. It's happy. It wants to play the game. Look how sharp it is. He knows what he's doing. Look, he's asking that dog to park his backside. He's coming away. The timing is good. And that's what it's about. It's about the timing. It bunged out a number of dummies around that little dog to say you sit there. Everything's done smooth and calm again. See what I'm saying, everyone? When you see someone doing it right, it's majestic. It's like watching everything in slow motion. And the dog sits there. Look at that temptation, look. That's lovely. He's really, and see how calm he's walking out there? And now he's picking it up, look. It's all to do with, if you send off those vibes, those calm vibes, those dogs pick that up. If you send off hyperactive movements yourself, your dogs pick that up. It's one of the most basic things, and yet it's not a simple thing to do. Some people are natural at it, and some people have learnt to do it. But that little dog has sat there beautiful, and that's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. There you go, nice over the bank look again for a water retrieve, but not very far for a Labrador. But guess what? He's keen. He wants to do it. He's happy. Out with the kids as well, having fun. And I think this is, I don't know why this repeated, but we had this one. I think it's because he sent me 2 videos as well. So you watch that one again. It's worth watching, isn't it, with these 2, because these are 2 lovely long retrieves out there. And the dogs made a lovely sweep, and they both made roughly the same sweep and crashed into that wind, look, and ploughed up there onto that wind. It was lovely to watch. You can see the dogs with that drive and desire, can't you? Look at that, look. It's lovely to watch. Worth watching again, isn't it, really? But I because when one person sent me one video and then went, oh, hang on, we can send 2, they sent it again, and I wasn't remembering who I'd seen. I just put them back up again for the next people. So well done. And like I say, up the hill as well. But it's a lovely viewpoint to be sending the dogs from there. Absolutely lovely. So well done. But that dog's head was down slightly. It came back in, not as sharp as the yellow one. So that was the first video. So then he sent me the other one. So this is the Taunton crew with his little pup, with his little cocker. I thought this was lovely because he's now beginning to say, right, you can go out there and find it, and look for it, and come back. So the cover was nice, and he's asking the dog to put his head down, and the little dog's hunting now instead of just running around like a headless chicken. And you can hear the kids in the background as well. And this is what it's about. It's about getting out with your dogs and having fun. Some of these dogs will never be competition dogs. They'll just be good little rough shooting dogs, or family pets come working dogs. And that's what it's about. It's about getting out and having fun. I like this video as well. This lad was keen. You could see he was keen. But if you want to impress someone with a 3-minute video, you didn't need to really do too much of that. You could have just showed me the retrieving and some of the disciplines you're going to use. But I can see exactly what you're doing. You're actually showing us what you're doing. You're putting a retrieve out there. You're coming back. Look at your dog jumping a little bit. You're not making too much of it. It's really good. Tails down. Dog's walking back with you, no problem at all. Not pulling too much. Little bit pulling, but not too much. And then when you turn around and you send the dog, let's have a look at the drive. Let's have a look at the desire. Dog's spinning around. Look, you take the lead off. Do you put your lead away, or do you just send your dog? You drop your lead on the floor. That's how you'll lose your lead, trust me. Right, you sent your dog. Dog's gone out nicely down to the bottom of the corner of the field. Winded it, picked it nicely. Coming back, nice pace. Went round that little bit of cover. Did you see that? A little bit of long grass. And then you should have opened up. Well done. You tap your knee, but you should have opened up and say, good. Well done. You give that praise as well at that point. Well done to you, boy. That was nice. Well done. Keep that work up. Now this dog, what ground this was. This was lovely. And I like the keenness of this little dog. And it was missing ground a little bit to begin with. It was going round it, running round it. And yet, when it did go in the cover, it looked stunning. And what cover! I mean, this looks like where Ian Openshaw trains up in Birth Wells, up in Wales. And this is lovely cover. I don't know where you are with this dog, but this is beautiful cover. This is where the bracken, you can get underneath the bracken, and if you've got game here, like Ian's got where he goes, you can get these dogs to hunt like good ones. Here we go, look there. That's where you want it, in there, under there, but every clump. Why? Because birds will be sitting in there. While you're running around on the outside like that, look, you're not really doing nothing. It's just going through the motion. So I'd like to see the dog crashing through and getting under all that rather than running around it a little bit. He was running around it a little bit, but lovely head on this dog. Beautiful head. Lovely markings. Look at that. Beautiful ground. That's ground to die for. But have you got game there? If you've got game there, wow, that's fantastic. That is a dreamland for anybody to train a spaniel on, trust me, or a cocker. That is dream ground. It can be tough at this time of year. They can cut themselves a little bit in there. And there you go, retrieving your favourite duck. Okay, here we go. Now this boy's been a bit of an handful, and the owner's a lovely chap. Come to me a couple of times, or once or twice for training, and absolutely lovely chap. And this dog is improved without fail. He's improved without fail, and not the best surface to be sending the dog off. He was skidding off these tiles, wasn't he? But he's focused. He wants to play the game. And you've taken this dog on the shoot now, haven't you? And we were talking about that. But look at that look back then. And the dog said, "What do you want me to do? Go and fetch it." And so what he's doing is showing you how to get the best out of the dog in your garden, while we're all banged up, getting the best, give it some mental stimulation for the dog, but don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Mix it up a bit. If you mix it up, the dog will want to play the game. It makes them think. If you keep doing the same thing, the dog will just keep thinking, right, that's what I've got to do, that's what I've got to do. But that's it, backside down. Always have that backside down at this stage in the dog's training. He's not allowed to go till told. You could have sent him for that one and stopped him. There you go, look, stop him. Well done. Backside down. The backside's got to be down. There you go, backside down. Right, and there's the positive. for listening to me. So that's good. Well done. That's what we want. Look at that eye contact. Look at that happy dog. He wants to play the game. So now he's going out. He's telling him what to do, what he wants him to do. He's showing the control he's got now. And it's good. Backside down. See, he's pushing. Look, the dog's pushing. Just have that backside down. You didn't reinforce it. Look, at that point you should have reinforced it. There you go. You reinforced it too late. You should have reinforced it first. Round the goal net. Where's he gone? He's gone for a run around, hasn't he? Oh, he decided to come back. There you go. Well done. Backside down. Look, and again. But it's quite slippy on there, isn't it? And that's it. He's picking the one that he left at the side now. So he's listening. The dog's listening. The dog's getting the idea. Wants to play. He's happy to play the game. Look, you can see it. He was too driven last time. He wasn't doing enough of the positive things of the basic training. And there you go. That's better. Backside down. Now he can have the positive. We'll bring him back and then let him have it. Go. There you go. And you can see he wants to play the game. In the back of the net. He loves going under there and doing the rounds underneath there, doesn't he? He does his own run around in the yard. It's not straight back, but it's round the houses. But look, it's not. Right, okay. Now this one, you could have positioned your camera a bit better. I love the fact you're pacing this little cocker. Absolutely lovely. Look at it go, look. Look at it go. And you're using the place board. How old's the dog? I'd like to know how old this dog is. It looks very, very small, but sometimes you can't tell with these cockers. Some of these Peter Jones cockers are very, very small, aren't they? See the dog going round the placeboard, not on the placeboard at that point there. That's why I say don't overuse the placeboard. If you overuse the placeboard, you're not always get the best out of it.
I'm going to set this up for Chris and the people on Patreon. I'm going to send Luna straight. There's a semi-blind which he's aware of, and there's a blind out that side. There's two dummies out in front. There's one on my right which is a blind as also, and then I'll do a little bit of retrieving if we have time. Get out.